Hey folks, let's talk contour of the land and where do you run your main lines? It's better to run with the contour of the land than against it. So like case in point, I'll show you right here. Let me flip you around. All right, this line here, this main line is running up a ravine. It's kind of hard to see right now because everything's snow covered, but you got trees up the one side, trees up the other. Okay, so it was better for us to run a line coming up through here rather than trying to say, okay, well, let's run them this way, across, basically where the laterals are going, and then have to cross the ravine, and then it's high in the middle. I have seen that. And then, just gonna keep right on going. And then you run your main line up the middle, and then once you've got those main ones run, then you throw some Ys in off of that. So like here, this one's gonna Y, it goes a little ways up the hill and kind of catches a small pocket to our left as we go up the hill. That just didn't make sense to run a whole main line to. It's better to just catch it with a Y and put the main line following the contour of the land. So this basically follows a swampy brook the whole way up, which makes for interesting walking. However, it also means, it also means that the, yeah, lost my thought. Please hold, we're having technical difficulties. Okay, so by following the contour of the land, we're not fighting the land. We don't end up with main lines that are wicked high for the most part. I mean, we got some, like this one here, when it gets to the bottom where it comes into the conductor, we had no choice. It had to be high in order to get, the conductor into where we needed it to go at the pump house down here. So yeah, don't fight the land, just run with it. So like this whole hill system here is run that way, and then there's little Ys that run up in between the main lines that catch all the pockets of maple that were left behind. Versus old school, the way I started, which was you pick a spot, you're running your conductor straight up the hill, all your main lines come off of it, and kind of almost like a ladder basically, or like a Christmas tree, and they're 75 to 100 feet apart, and you measure that off, and that's where you put the main line, and none of it makes sense. It works ish, but it's not ideal at all. That old section there, if given a chance, I would rip that all out and I would run it like we're doing these ones. Probably end up with fewer main lines and with just more taps on them, which is fine because I've got some out there that only have like 50 taps on them, just because that grid system just doesn't always work. This works out so much better. Hopefully you guys all find that helpful, and as always, you like our videos, like, subscribe, share them with your friends, share them on any maple Facebook groups you're on or other social media groups, to help spread the word. And not that we're making any money on any of these videos, but hopefully it'll help aspiring young maple producers, or old maple producers too, you never know, be better at their craft. Till next time, catch you folks later.